After hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. We've made it, we have made it. Alongside Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, bringing you coverage of the Super Bowl. It's almost surreal when you take in the atmosphere, isn't it? It's the magnificent spectacle that surrounds this game each and every February. And at the center of it, the best team from both conferences who fought all season long for the honor of playing here tonight.
And you know what's beautiful about this stage, Kate? These teams who meet the Super Bowl each and every year, we've learned this. They're not always the most talented team in the league. They're the two who never buckled under the pressure, never let the moment become too big. You know what I love to say? They're the ones that didn't just play with one another. They played for one another. And I can't wait. You can't wait. The world can't wait to see which team truly earns the right to raise that Lombardi and call themselves a champion.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10 now. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 27.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's ETN on 1st down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Hey, Lion! Go, let's go! Go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
11, take right open. 11, Hackett. Silver.
Lawrence working from the gun. Complete out to the right. Down to the 10. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Little tax on the extra point. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. The former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker, on the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Offense in the hurry up here. They give on second to Hall. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's only able to drive this down to about the 45. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down. Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. From the gun, it's Hall. Jukes out a one-stop. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Going to the ground again on first. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. It's the end. We are back and just as excited as you are. Time to resume action here in Super Bowl 63. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Working quickly here. Third and long for him here. And in for the Chicago touchdown. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Right, ready to send this one away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey, 30 left.
Out of the gun, Lawrence finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Easy, lead a foot, go. Hey, I'm gun. Sink right.
First down throw, Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
13 loop. Go, let's go.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. That's covered for the first. And he's out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Jaguar first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Hey, go.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Go. 11. Take right open.
Now it's Lawrence. That's incomplete left side.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
11, add it. 30 left. Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. That's Thomas. He's got it. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Hey, I'm gun.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. This one falls incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Hey, kill.
They'll throw it again. The Bears close it in, and they'll get him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Let's see what they went with on third down.
Hey, I'm gun. 11. 13 loop. Go, let's go.
Lawrence looking to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They start the drive with Hall. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And And that's good for a Bears first down. Here's Hall once more. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 44 here on second down. He gets this to Tyler Scott. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Well, that's the 2-minute warning. And it's the Bears who have first and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. Williams on the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Williams with third and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Escapes a defender. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. The Bears decide to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. And they've got themselves another first and 10. To throw, Williams. Able to hit Hall, complete. And he'll go down here at the 16. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Jaguars, they're going to take over after his 9th interception of the season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, or to put that opposing offense right back out there, steal really from that interception.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Fits it through the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
11 Agate. 30 left.
From the red zone now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Right, let's go.
Lawrence throwing here. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville Jaguars will add to their lead at the end of the half. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Off the play fake, Williams. Escapes out to the left. Hall there to haul it in. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He's on the move. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Enough waiting. Let's crown a champion, shall we? The second half of the Super Bowl is underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Okay, ready?
First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Broke through the tackle. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. That's 8 yards for the gain, and that narrows it to just 5 yards needed on third down. Williams from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Stopped that time by Antonio Johnson. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's complete. Cole Kmet. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down. Hall running between the tackles. And he's able to push forward and get them to the 34. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage. Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard, well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bears first down. Working from the gun, Williams. Has a man, it's Scott. And he'll go down here at the 16. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. He brings it in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing it again here. Has it in close. Touchdown, Chicago. Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion!
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Hey, run! Here we go.
ETN again. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
Hey, I'm gun. Sink right. Leaves at 24. Chill.
Lawrence working from the gun. That pass caught by Strange. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Well, things weren't about to end after the 1st hit or the 2nd. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch. And he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
That'll bring us 1 quarter away.
Ready?
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Hey, kill. 11.
From the 48. Makes the grab in bounds left side. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Rip, 23. Silver.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Gets his running back. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Red on red. red.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, ETN gets it. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
On red. Go, let's go. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Hey, easy. Route. Go. 11. Think right open. Hot.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Has it down close. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes the comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Hall. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
All gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it. Williams will look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far. Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
And 19 Lions. Dragon 60.
From the 47. And the Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Taking a shot. Deep down the field it goes. That's intercepted near the sideline. And the Jaguars get it back as he ties the single-season record. That's his 14th interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you could be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
They go right back to ETN. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
11, Agate. Hey.
Throwing is Lawrence on third down. Got him, man. It's Thomas. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. They've got first down from the 31.
Hey, run.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Jaguars holding a 10-point lead. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
24.
On the run, it's ETN. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Looking to throw, Lawrence. He puts some power on a deep one left. They connect on the deep shot. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he's going to take this only to about the 31. There on the tackle, the rookie out of Auburn. And Duval is going to get loud and stay loud. The Jacksonville Jaguars are Super Bowl champions.